Alrighty, how's it going, guys? I'm thesolobandit and welcome back to another carx drift tune video here. So, as requested by this guy right here, or girl, I don't know what you are, dude, but you requested it, so I thought I'd do one for you. I actually had to do a lot of work for the carrot too, because it was just so tricky to try and get this thing. Like always with all my cars, I love them to be very, very grippy. I like them to be really, really responsive in the switching and the transitions. And I like getting on people's doors. I don't like cars that are sluggish, that, you know, if you put too much power down, the car will just fling off to the side of the track and you're constantly playing catch up. I like the car to be overly grippy, so then you can kind of dial it back from there. So that's what I've done. I've made the car kind of over grip a bit too much, so then you guys can dial it back a little bit. I'll show you the settings you can use to do that, to make it comfortable for your own personal driving style. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Another cool thing about this car, which was just kind of luck, I guess, is the way I have it set up. Almost all of the corners, you three-wheel it, so one of the front wheels will come off the ground, which makes for great photos if you're into the photo stuff. It's awesome. And now I really like this car, and fortunately for me, I got into a lobby just now. I only got one run, which is sad, but I had a guy that was just an insane lead car person, man. He was just like the dream lead car. He had good angle, he had good speed. Normally you get good speed but hardly any angle, or you get crazy angle and it's impossible to chase them because they're so slow. You're constantly bogging and clutch kicking. So it was a breath of fresh air because I've been struggling all morning, guys, to try and get some content footage for the montage at the start. But with that said, here's the settings for you guys. Alrighty, so like I said, I'll show you guys some settings that you can change yourself to make the car a little bit less grippy, and or even more grippy if you wanted to. So here we go. The first thing you can change is the front toe. You can bring this down just by one click at a time, just like so. I currently have it set to 52, which is probably one of the highest, one of the highest I've ever had. So you can bring that down by one, and once you do that, it's my stomach. The car will, you know, it won't be so straight liney. So when you're drifting, if the person in front of you is a little bit slower, the car won't straight line as much. The more you bring this down, you'll be able to hold more angle. So you know, if you've got a good lobby but they're a little bit slower, you just bring this down a little bit. And if they're really fast, you can just kind of leave that at there. Another thing you can do if you want to add more grip is you can pump this all the way to there. You can push to 2.79, which is really, really high, and it's going to give you a ton of grip. It doesn't look good. Like I had a comment from a previous video. He didn't like the, the stance, because you guys know me. I don't really care about the stance when it comes to drifting. I just want to know what works best, what's going to make you quick, what's going to make you be able to get on people's doors the quickest. That's my whole goal. And you know, I'm not trying to go for style points when I'm looking for the when I'm adjusting the, what's it called, the camber. So yeah, unfortunately, if that guy had his way, it would probably be something like this. But you know, in reality, that's just not realistic for drifting. You'd rip through tires in literally seconds, man, because you'd burn out the inside of the tire and it would explode. So it'd be a gigantic waste. So that's one of the settings that you can adjust. But let me just put that back to something that's a little bit more realistic. So I'm just actually going to put it to about there. It's about 132. It's going to give you a little bit more grip. Another thing you can do also, if you're struggling with this car when you're switching, if it's a little bit too aggressive, which it actually is for me, so I'm going to bring this down to 9, and if it's still aggressive, bring it down by 5s. So you can bring it down to 8.5, but anything below 8.5, it's going to slow the car down a bit, so you want to adjust this as well. So if you go to, let's say, 8, you want to bring this up to 85, and if you want to go down to 75, you bring this up to 90, or even 100, which is going to give you more speed. which will counteract this as well. Now, you don't have to worry about the car spinning out. When you do have really low caster, I find that it is really hard to spin the car out anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got all the other ones, tire profile really high, so you know you've got a ton of grip in this car. A lot of adjustments which you can make to fit your own style. So sorry for babbling on, but this car was an interesting build, and I think it deserves a little bit of attention. And you know, you don't really see this specific one that often. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump on to Forza in a minute and throw out a drift tune for the S14 as requested by another guy. So I'm going to go and do that as well. So with that said, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. Any requests for cars, let me know also in the comments, all that good stuff. I'm not going to tell you to like, subscribe. You already know the drill. If you've been here for all my previous videos, I don't really care about that stuff. But if you want to, you can. So anyways, I'm out of here, guys.